besser.
What is up, everybody? This is Atticus, the Death Meddler, and for this video, again, social justice warriors are trying their very damnedest to take down, just bring down the hammer on one of my favorite shows of all time, Game of Thrones, going around saying that it is misogynistic, sexist, and sexually exploiting women and children for people's sadomasochistic pleasures at the family room and stuff, in which everybody knows with a decent head that none of this actually promotes people to go around and doing this shit, and knows that it's actually fiction, and knows from fiction to fantasy and reality and all this other shit. And it's, oh my god. For those of you who do not know, if many of you remembered last year, I made a video in where social justice warriors threw a hissy fit on Game of Thrones on a particular scene. If you want to check it out, here's the description below. But for this time, the National Center for Sexual Exploitation decided to go around and create Shame of Thrones. Basically a petition to where Game of Thrones will pretty much be boycotted. Because, yeah, that's definitely going to work. So, let's get to it now, shall we? I am outraged that you are producing a television series that routinely uses graphic and explicit depictions, rape, incest, orgies, prostitution, sexual violence, and gratuitous allusions to child sexual abuse, instead of choosing to deal with subjects like rape with sensitivity and gravity. Game of Thrones has consistently portrayed these scenes with salacious detail, because that's the kind of shit that happened during those times. I mean, yeah, it's out there, but that's what it was like back during those times. Not to mention, it is a mature audience rating, so I don't even know why the fuck you were watching it in the first place when you basically have the mentality and sensitivity of a 5-year-old. Continuing, through the combination of interesting storylines with highly sexualized and violent content, HBO has made a business of turning pornographic sexual violence into mass entertainment. Yeah, because, as I said before, it's a mature rating and it's for a mature audience to watch. This year, I will be taking a stand against explicit and exploitive graphic sexual content on television by boycotting the Game of Thrones series and encouraging others to do the same. Yeah, because you want to be like Turkey, am I right? Because Turkey basically censored Game of Thrones because it might turn people into devils or something, I don't know. Since 2011, HBO has relentlessly brought the ambience of torture pornography into American living rooms through Game of Thrones' explicit depictions of rape, incest, prostitution, and sexual violence. This cocktail of pornography twisted plot lines must have been announced as socially irresponsible, especially in an age when American society is struggling to combat the crisis of sexual assault and rape culture. Oh my god. Try looking at Europe, for instance, where Germany and Sweden are going through a rape epidemic by letting all those Muslim migrants in. Yeah, that's a rape culture in the making as of late. Also, let me bring up one of my all-time favorite vocalists, George Corpse Grinder Fisher from Cannibal Corpse, into a quote. One of my favorite quotes. Hey, listen man, it's fiction. It's fiction. When people say, how can you do that type of music? Because I know it's fiction. If some kid can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then he's got a problem, and that could be attributed to his parents. It's time that people start taking some responsibility. And you people are acting like a bunch of fucking pansy-ass motherfuckers. I mean, it's fiction. It's absolutely fucking fiction! If you can tell the difference from fiction and reality, if you can't tell that, then you got a fucking problem right there. Especially when you people are going around using your fucking social justice mentality. You people are basically like the conservatives you despise into basically doing the same shit that they've been doing, saying, oh, comic books, video games are plaguing the youth, but they'll be like Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. And next thing you know, you people are like, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, everything is racist, you gotta call it all the fuck out. Yeah, Yeah, such double standards right there, you motherfuckers. While the 6th season premiere refrained from the explicit sexually violent content due to backlash from the last season's gratuitous rape scenes, one episode does not insinuate the trend to show runners must constantly work to prove that Game of Thrones is no longer dedicated to normalizing sexual violence. So this is basically going back to last season where Ramsay Bolton raped Sansa Stark, but Sansa Stark got her poetic justice in Battle of the Bastards, in which, yeah, I'll show it.
They're loyal beasts.
They were. Now they're starving.
So yeah, what happened to Sansa was pretty messed up, and it didn't even show it. But you know what? Sansa got her poetic justice on Ramsay. God damn it! And another thing I really want to bring up, though you go around, of course it has all these messed up stuff happening to women. But here's another interview done by Emilia Clarke, who played one of my favorite characters, Daenerys Targaryen, in which she says, there are women depicted as sexual tools. Women who have zero rights. Women who are queens, but only to a man. And then there are women who are literally unstoppable and as powerful as you can possibly imagine. So it pains me to hear people are taking Thrones out of context with anti-feminist spin, because you can't do that about this show. It shows the range that happens to women and ultimately shows women are not only equal, but have a lot of strength. So yeah, there are trials by fire that women go through in the show. But like Daenerys Targaryen, she started off with nothing, but she is now currently with a massive army heading over to Westeros and shit. I mean, Arya Stark, another powerful female character. She's basically a badass now.
My name is Arya Stark. I want you to know that. The last thing you're ever going to see is a Stark smiling down at you as you die.
And Brienne of fucking Tarth. Don't get me started on Brienne of Tarth. And also, let's not forget about Yara Greyjoy, Theon Greyjoy's sister, and where she's basically putting on her big girl pants and is leading the Iron Fleet, the Ironborn Fleet. And Theon is helping her out as well, even though he basically was tortured and just disheveled out of due to Ramsay Bolton. But still, Yara Greyjoy is a powerful female character as well.
I don't want any.
I don't care what you want. Drink. Drink it all. You're Ironborn, Theon. I know you've had some bad years.
Some bad years?
But I'm tired of watching you cower like a beat dog. Drink the goddamn ale. If you're so broken that there's no coming back, take a knife and cut your wrists. End it. But if you're staying, Theon, I need you.
I remember when you were born, my lady. You were named for my Aunt Lyanna. It was said she was a great beauty. I'm sure you will be too.
I doubt it. My mother wasn't a great beauty or any other kind of beauty. She was a great warrior, though.
There are strong female characters in that show. So it's impossible to imagine that women have, like, zero rights and stuff, which it is true in some aspects, but there are some powerful female characters nonetheless. But in stark contrast, I mean, the extreme left has become the establishment. They are literally using their politically correct dogma into taking everything that we love and hold dearly and saying, this is sexist, this is racist, this is homophobic, and if you don't agree with me, then you are part of the fucking problem. And you know what? It's fucking stupid. It's honestly stupid in which, you know, you're taking self-expression in art, like what George R.R. Martin, who did Song of Ice and Fire, and, you know, the guys who did the Game of Thrones series, they're getting attacked, and it has always been a controversial show and stuff, but just this whole mentality of going on shit, it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck can you do? It's a mature rated show, and you watched it, and you're going around saying, oh, this is so messed up, then why the fuck are you watching it in the first place? As like with George Corpse Grinder Fisher said, if you can't differentiate between fiction and reality, then you are the problem with this world. And for that, Shame of Thrones, shame. 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 Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, a death meddler. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. Have a wonderful day.